So it's been one hell of a week, I'll tell you that. I am getting healthy again. Thank God. I just got back from the dermatologist. And to give you guys a quick update, I think the last update video I did, I was not feeling well. That was last Thursday. And then I was getting the body aches, the chills. And then last Friday, because I just was not feeling well, I took Friday off to try to recover a little bit. And then, so I had the body aches, I had the chills, and then started getting a really bad sore throat. So bad to the point where I thought that I had strep throat. Now, I've had tons of sore throats in my time. I'm very prone to getting sore throats. I've said this time and time again. But this time, this pain was just another animal, another beast. So, me being a little health conscious and doing some Google searches, I had some of the symptoms of strep, the body aches, a little bit of the fever, and the sore throat. I didn't have the swollen lymph nodes, which is a big time sign of strep, but I wanted to rule it out. So Saturday hits, I go to the urgent care to have my throat swabbed. They just get a little, you know, brush or whatever, and they just a Q-tip type thing. They just swab it real quick. Takes about 10 minutes, and they get the results. So 10 minutes passes, and in a weird, twisted way, I kind of wish I had the strep throat, because with strep is bacterial. It's not viral. It's not a virus. It's a bacteria. And what does that mean? Well, bacteria can be treated with antibiotics, penicillin, stuff like that. So if I had strep, they'd prescribe me antibiotics, and within 24 to 48 hours, it would knock it out like that pretty fast. However, if it's a viral sore throat, just so many different various viruses, from the common cold, the flu, can't do anything about it. You just got to suck it up, gargle with salt water, did all that, take cough drops, lozenges, whatever you call it, warm fluids, the whole 9 yards. So I get the results. It's negative. It's not for strep, I guess. Still have a lot of stabbing pain, couldn't put anything down. And I'm like, okay, well, it's going to have to suck it up. And the other reason why I went to the urgent care to check if I was getting strep is that I have a very routine sore throat regimen. I have it down to the T, and I know how my body reacts. And I take 1,000 milligrams of acetaminophen 6 hours, which is like the max. And even when I had a really bad sore throat, that would take the edge off for at least the first couple of hours. Like, let's say if the pain is like a 9.5, taking the 1,000 milligrams of acetaminophen would bring it down from a 9.5 out of 10 scale to about a 6.5, 7. But when I took it, it didn't do a damn thing. The other thing I noticed was, come Saturday morning, I'm brushing my teeth, and I'm brushing my tongue, and my tongue is just like raw, and I could see little red dots. It's very raw. And the roof of my mouth, I could feel like these bumps on my top of my hard palate. That's one of the other reasons why, what prompted me to go to the urgent care to see if I had strep. So to condense this very exciting story, come Saturday night, this is after I went to the urgent care and they said my throat wasn't strep. I started getting you can't see it because it's subsided, but yeah, you can't really see it, but I'll definitely put some pictures up. That's where I just came back from the dermatologist. So if you see these pictures, I was getting these red spots all over my hands. And not only was it aesthetically not pleasing, it started to be painful to the point where when I was closing my hands like this, it was very stiff. And because you have a lot of nerves and a lot of nerve endings in your fingers, it almost felt like it was prickly and it was painful. It wasn't too itchy, but it was definitely painful. I knew something was up, and that's what prompted me to schedule an appointment with the dermatologist. Now, this past Monday was Martin Luther King, and my dermatologist was not open. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the symptoms were peaking. By Tuesday, I made the appointment. Luckily, I got in on today's Thursday. I forgot which date. I'll put the date. So I was able to get in, which I'm pretty surprised. And before I went to the dermatologist, I did some more research, and my instincts were correct, my information. And that's basically, I got hand, foot, and mouth disease. This is something that's very common amongst kids who get it at dun 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 daycare. She had it. She passed it to me. A lot of adults, don't get it, but that's what happened, and that's what caused the red spots on my hands. That's what caused my throat to be so raw. Not bacterial, not a strep, but that's what caused, because there were little bumps inside my throat that I couldn't see because I don't have a scope and I can't see it. That's what was causing the obscene amount of pain. I mean, from a scale from 1 to 10, and I have a pretty good pain tolerance, the sore throat was a freaking 10, dude. I felt like it was just stabbing. It's not your average sore throat. And like I said, I have a high pain tolerance for sore throats. So, long story short, 6 minutes in, there's nothing you can do about the hand, foot, and mouth disease. You just has to pass. I asked my dermatologist some other pertinent questions, such as, and I did research this before, will this make me more susceptible to getting it? She said for this actual virus, and it's called don't let me butcher it, it's called I don't know how people come up with these names, the Coxsackie virus 16. Cox in the sack, yeah, I have a sense of humor of a 16-year-old. The Coxsackie virus 16, whatever. I'm immune to that because I already got exposed to it. But there are so many other different viruses, so I'm not immune to the other ones, and there's so many different strands of viruses, which is one of the reasons why getting the flu shot, how I feel about that. I'm a little bit on the fence on that because it doesn't protect against common cold. It doesn't protect you against all the different strands. I mean, God, if the flu shot took care of all the strands of viruses, heck yeah, man, sign me up. I'll take multiple shots a month if I had to, but it's just like a guessing game. Take a shot and you pray that you don't get one of those viruses. Obviously, I even got a flu shot. I got it this past month earlier, and obviously it didn't protect me against the Coxsackie virus 16 because I got hand, foot, and mouth disease. Oh, this is not related to it. This is just it was a pimple, and then I freaking popped it, and it got all bloody. So it's been a hot mess. But I'm doing better. Throat's still a little bit slightly sore, but much better. My wife, she also went to see the doctor yesterday for some separate issues. I think she's dealing with a sinus infection. They had to get an instrument and take a sample of her mucus. I didn't even know they did that for ENTs, ear, nose, and throat specialist doctors. So they get a sample of the mucus, and then hers might be hormonal related. I'm not sure. They did do an x-ray on her ribs because her ribs were just so sore from all the coughing. And she'll get the results in a few days. So I'm talking a little too much, but I'm going to go drink some hot water at work. I'm on my lunch right now after the appointment, and that's it. It freaking sucks, I don't want to sound like a baby, but man, when you get these types of viruses and sickness, it just really throws you for a loop. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm at the point where I picked up my daughter from daycare, and I actually wore gloves. Now, I was going to wear the mask as well, but I don't want to look like a freak. I'm going to look like wearing my scrubs with the mask and my gloves. I don't look like I'm coming out of the OR, but if I get sick again at daycare, this vicious cycle keeps continuing. I may just wear the mask to pick her up at the very least. I may still get sick because I'm going to be around my daughter, obviously, at home. But if I can minimize the chance of getting sick, because this is just, I had to miss work. I feel just fatigued. It's hard to just do stuff around the house when you're this tired. Just so much going on. But 9 minutes in, okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the slower content lately. It's just been busy. I've been sick. Hope you guys understand. I've been under the weather. It's hard to be motivated to do stuff when you feel like crap. That's my time. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Mask up. Wash your hands. Wear gloves if you have to. Cover your mouth. Just doorknobs and stuff are very dirty. Just be very careful. It is flu season, and talk to you in the next one. Bye.